Once upon a time, on a clean, tiled kitchen floor, there lived a tiny, shiny black ant named Pip. Pip was the smallest in his colony, but what he lacked in size, he made up for in spirit. One afternoon, while exploring, Pip's little antennae twitched with excitement. Right in front of him lay a treasure. It was a massive, sparkling white sugar cube. To Pip, it looked like a great, glistening mountain. "Wow!" Pip whispered, his little black body trembling. He carefully approached the sugary wonder. "This is a masterpiece, but how will I ever get it back to the hill?" He tried to lift it with all his might. He pushed, he pulled, he tried to tilt it, but it was just too heavy. Exhausted, he took a moment to rest. From the safety of a nearby leafy houseplant, a grasshopper named Grizzle had been watching Pip. He hopped down, landing with a light thud near Pip. "Hey there, little fella," Grizzle said, his voice mocking. "Still trying to move that mountain, eh? Isn't it a bit ambitious for someone your size?" He chuckled. Pip looked up at Grizzle, a determined sparkle in his big, black eyes. "Maybe it is, Grizzle, but that doesn't mean I'm going to give up." Pip didn't let the grasshopper's words discourage him. He knew exactly what to do. With renewed energy, he scuttled away, making a beeline for his colony. A few moments later, he returned, but he wasn't alone. Behind him was a small troop of 3 of his strongest friends, their tiny legs moving in perfect sync. Pip pointed to the sugar cube mountain. "All right, everyone," he said, taking the lead. "We can do this. Remember, together we are stronger." The ants positioned themselves around the massive sugar cube. On Pip's signal, they all dug their little feet into the floor and put their tiny backs into it. "Heave! Ho!" they chirped in unison, their little black bodies a blur of activity. Slowly, but surely, the great sugary mountain began to slide. It moved inch by tiny inch across the tiled floor. As the sun began to set, casting long golden shadows, they finally reached the entrance of their anthill. With one last, collective effort, they pushed the sugar cube inside, its sparkling white surface a beautiful sight. From his perch on the leaf, Grizzle watched them, his mocking expression replaced by one of surprise and respect. "Well, what do you know?" he whispered, a thoughtful look in his eyes. "The little things can achieve big things." When they worked together, Pip and his friends celebrated their victory with a tiny, sugary treat. They knew that they had achieved something truly remarkable, all because they had chosen to believe in themselves and each other. And as Pip looked at the sugary bounty, he smiled, knowing that his little determined spirit had sparked a great big victory. The moral of the story, the power of perseverance. Never give up on your dreams, no matter how big or challenging they seem. Even the smallest efforts, when consistent, can lead to incredible results. The strengths of teamwork. Together, we can achieve far more than we can alone. Collaboration and support are key to overcoming obstacles and achieving success.